Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here, and we are back for another Nightfall solo. Got a couple of requests for this one, so we are going to do the Arms Dealer. Happy New Year to all of you out there. Hope you had a happy and safe fun one. So let's get into the build. So, a couple things first. The higher level you are as we get into Black Armory, the easier it is going to be to get your 100,000 points. If for some reason you are still struggling with getting the 100,000 points, say you're trying this at like 570, 580, just set that on the back burner for a little while. I started doing my 100k runs pretty consistently at 600, and then above that it did definitely get easier because you can have a higher handicap. But right now, if you're under 600, just work on everything else. You can do a normal Nightfall without the 100k, and then when you get to the 100k, just, save that in the bag for later. So for your challenge card, we will start there first. First things you want to do is definitely go ahead and make sure you got Void Singe, because there's not too much void coming to you, and you can do a lot of damage to the boss pretty quickly with a nice weapon. I'll show you guys. Heavyweight, of course, is very important just because you can actually get some really big damage out on a couple of the majors really fast. Hopefully, if you guys have been playing a decent amount, you have the gun I'm going to show you. If not, there are a couple other options depending on where you are in the game. Modifiers for the highest score you can get. Always throw on Match Game, and then also always throw on Blackout. That's as high as you can get. Now I've got a 5.45 multiplier. That is not necessary. I'm definitely going to get over 100,000 points on this one. This is kind of a weird strike though, depending on how the enemies spawn for you. It can be harder to get 100k, especially if you don't have the Fallen kind of mixed throughout going against the Cabal. So if I've kind of covered the intro on this one a little bit, I had many takes to get to it. If you don't have the Fallen in the first room, like literally you spawn in and the first set of enemies you fight isn't both Fallen and Cabal, reload the Nightfall. You will eventually get it to happen. It took me quite a few times, but it does seem to have a better run of enemies that you'll see throughout, and also more adds that you can kill for, therefore, more points. So I like that setup. That's just me. You may want to do something differently. Now I've got this at a 95 point multiplier because I'm fairly high. But you're coming from 540. Even an 80 point modifier, if I'm 620, is going to give me a lot more leeway on points if I'm close to that 100k, as opposed to pushing me over the top. I used to do this at about 60. 60 would be about 4.05. And I've still done this at that level. It was tighter. Probably got like 110, 105, 115, somewhere closer towards that 100. When I do it at almost a 5 point modifier, it's a lot easier, closer towards 150. Things go pretty quick from there. So depends on your level. Just keep that in mind if you're doing these Nightfalls. If you're new to the game, you haven't leveled up yet, don't worry about the 100k. I know it may stare at you as like a challenge that you may not get for the week, but if you're not high enough light level, or you don't have friends that can take you through it, just don't worry about it and don't bash your head against a solo 100k run if it's just potentially out of reach. It's not worth it, and it's one piece of powerful gear versus like 6 hours of a headache. So that is the challenge card setup. You do get this from Xur in case you guys are wondering or are new. My build is going to be as follows. Solar, Dawnblade is going to be for the few couple places you might have solar shields. If you have the Fallen in the beginning, you should only really have solar shields to have a chance in the 2-tank room. If you have Cabal only in that 2-tank room, there can be a couple Centurions with solar shields. That's why you're going to want to bring Dawnblade with you, so you can take care of those between your grenades and your super. It's about the only place you're really going to use your super. Not even going to use your super on the boss, no matter what the build is. So have that as a backup. It's about the only place you'll have solar shields. About 1 or 2 Centurions. A grenade usually can help with those. You're going to have a decent amount of captains and other things. If you have the Fallen, which you probably do want to try and go for, something arc is hugely required. There are quite a few captains, arc shields to deal with. You're going to need to bring something that you can kind of basically put a nice pop on those. I got this Tatara Gaze recently. It's actually got shield disorient, which is actually kind of cool. So when you pop a shield, it actually disorients all the enemies around them. So normally it's just the explosion of damage when you match it. But if you match it and you're using shield disorient, everything's kind of slowed down and stumbles for a second, which makes things a little easier. So that worked pretty well. And then also have a decent amount of shots. Like I don't want to bring a shotgun because I have blackout on. I don't want to get too close. If you do have a bow, this would work as well, like Arsenic Bite. There's probably many of these floating around there. It's a pretty common bow. And it's arc, so that could be your energy slot as well. Still got a decent amount of range on it. Last piece is my Crooked Fang. Now, you've got a lot of void options. You can go Hammerhead. You could go Bad Omens if you got a rocket launcher. You could go even Edge Transit if you want to dump like grenades with Lunafaction boots or something. There are a lot of options, but for me, this thing is a monster. I do have box breathing on mine, so I'm going to get a little extra damage, but I feel like half the time I forgot about that when I was doing mini takes. But the idea here is it's a linear fusion rifle. It's one precision hit that's going to hit like a truck. You're going to have Void Singe helping this, Heavyweight helping this, and the fact that it's a linear fusion rifle, it's that one shot that's going to hit hard. All those multiplied together, this thing just melts lots of things. Most majors die in one hit. The boss you can kill on the way up the ramp, which I'll show you at the end. And then all in all, it's just a lot of fun to use. The tank, if you hit 3 of the wheels with this thing, it's done. So it's like 3 crits on a tank, you're good. Any majors are basically one shot. So you don't have to have box breathing either. If you don't kill them on your first shot without box breathing, shoot them once with your primary and they're dead. The threshers, the ships that are floating around in kind of that, not the first room, but the first open area and the second open area where those ships are going to be flying around, 2 shots with linear fusion rifle, basically dead. Switch your primary to 2 trigger pulls and it's good to go. So, Crooked Fang on Arms Dealer is a really solid choice. You'll see, especially when you get to the boss room of the video. I'll show you why that's epic. Anything you've got with linear fusion rifle reserves is a good idea. And then, of course, just to make sure you go into the strike pretty much with the best setup as possible, my always recommendation is to find a public event that's getting ready to start. So this one's got a minute. I would load in, go hit the rally flag, and then come back to orbit. And then when you do that, you'll be actually starting out the Nightfall with max ammo. So keep that in mind. That's going to help you out. But all of that being said, let's get this Nightfall going, and I'll see you guys on the ground. Alright, Guardians, cross your fingers. We have Fallen, we have Cabal. This is a good run. So, you're going to be looking for the Captain first. He's going to be your main shielded enemy to focus on first. Usually hiding somewhere in the back, but his arc shield is kind of the main thing you want to try and find and take out. I've actually got a sniper that staggers them. That's why they are a bit stunned when that happens. Then if you can line these guys up fairly close together and get that void explosion, a chain like that, it doesn't always happen like that, but man, when it does, it feels good. And that's a wrap on that section. Grab a little ammo as we run. I am low on fusion rifle ammo. I really hope they're generous on the heavy drops. Find out fast. So hack this one. And if you have Fallen in here, you're going to have Fallen outside. That's just kind of how that goes. Did you shoot up the flare? Now when you come outside, you're going to have this little guy, shoot it in the face, and then look for your captains. Now, if you can hit the captains, you actually stagger the other one. And they tend to stagger each other a little bit. Watch for the Fallen up here in front. I really hope they do get me some ammo dropping. So the captain's over there. If he's just going to be crazy and run. There. He's down. I think the other one's somewhere out there too. So at this point, your other target... big old Thresher. Now a couple shots with your linear fusion rifle should do what you need to do. And there's the other captain. I knew he'd be around. So you want to make sure you track both captains. Kind of have a good grasp on them before you get too far into the mix. There we go. Exploding heads are good. Watch out for the vandals. They're always trying to, throw some shade your direction. Grab any orbs, and we're going to come out here. Now, as I am running blackout, watch for people coming up behind you. That can be trouble. And so at this point, just watch for ads and start taking people out. But I would use your primary. Maybe explode a barrel or two. But the big thing is you want to try and get as much ammo to drop as you can. Because I forgot my rally flag on this run. So I'm pretty low on the heavy ammo. Really hope they actually drop some, because that would be a really crummy thing to have a really good run and then no heavy ammo. You will have Cabal, you will have Fallen. Both are going at it out there. So that's kind of the key, is to take advantage of the fact but you won't be alone on this one. Now, if these guys are going to do it, that explosion is actually going to stagger both of them, which is nice. The one thing I forgot to say is you will have a few vandals that show up in the back. So, these guys will show up and start sniping, so watch for those. You will have 3 of them. Just, it's going to be a thing. Captain down here, if he doesn't hide from me, cool, he popped out. Thank you. Vandals down in front. I love no ammo is dropping, like, not some, not a little bit, none. I don't know how many of these guys I can mow down and get absolutely no ammo. Seriously? Just a little bit of heavy would be kind of amazing. That's a grenade. That hurt. Scanners show reinforcements coming. There's probably 1 or 2 more captains out there somewhere. Look for your ads. Here's one of them. Just 1 brick of heavy. 1. Anybody? No? I've like 1. Oh, I have big boy left. Usually I'd drop him with a linear fusion rifle, but I have no ammo, so this run is going perfectly. Hey, I got a little brick. I do have scavenger on, so that's why I got a little extra. You could glance around, see if there's anything around. But I think that's pretty much all I got. Alright, so come down here. So I usually touch my toes right here, sprint across, and you're going to dunk this thing and then run to the right around the corner so you've got a little bit of safety. Try not to hang here long. Don't throw your grenade just because you're probably going to need that for the Centurion who eventually shows up. And now the linear fusion rifle is going to go put some work in. So one shot here. Let's see if since I have ammo here. Yeah, I'll just save my big guy ammo for later, because this seems to be dropping a lot more frequently than my heavy. Now up here, probably going to have some captains, probably going to have some ads, so you can actually just jump up here so you're not on the same ledge, so you're not in melee risk, but you're actually on the same level as them, so you can still put some work in. Now, as those two are going at it, got a captain up here. See if I can stagger him a little bit. The other guy will actually be staggered, so that's actually a pretty good time to get my grenade on him. Cook him down. Stagger all the captains. Everybody's going to explode. I have to reload at the worst possible moment. If you can just stay here, I got plenty of heavy ammo coming. Sweet. Oh, wow. They're nice. They're going to be real nice tonight. Okay, they're just throwing it at me now. Like, not going to argue. So when that's the point, when you need to kill any of these majors, now just melt faces. I do have box breathing on this, so these guys are pretty much toast. Things die quickly with box breathing. Wait for it. Excuse me. Try it again. Ow. Wait for the other guy. Nope. Ah, I whiffed. I have so much right now, I'm being careless. That's okay. That's the shot. Alright, grab your heavy, since apparently they're just going to give me everything. And finish this guy off. And there's more. So apparently heavyweight is working properly right now. Later on when I need more, they're going to give me nothing. I do have linear fusion reserves and scavengers, so the drops are definitely going to be well taken advantage of. See, and this is one of those things. If you have Cabal and Fallen in the first section, it does seem to be like you'll have more enemies pretty much all throughout. Have a couple Vandals over here, just 3 usually. If you got Cabal here, you have a few ads farther down ahead. I seriously can't get rid of my heavy ammo now. This is ridiculous. I'll need it later, so I'm going to save it, but I've got plenty of good stuff now. So, run through here. So far, pretty good points. 76,000 in 6 minutes. Seems pretty good to me. As you're only going for 100,000, obviously this is going to be overkill. So,
Cade, anything to add?
Nope, she's totally right, which is why I work alone.
Cade's commentary is still some of the best in the game, so here we go. Alright, so once you touch down on this level, you can hit the Sparrow. Take a sharp left, dodge this thing, hopefully you don't get exploded. Believe me, Sparrows need more than 1 health, it just is something you can't control. Now the faster you get through this section, the less you're going to have a chance to get caught by that Colossus over there to my right. Because if he finds you and actually starts tagging you, it's going to be trouble. So I don't even worry about those, because obviously points are not an issue. Just leave them alone. They're not really worth it. If you have like 3 people, maybe if you could stay back and shoot those, but I don't even know if you get points right there, so honestly, just skip them. Now, joys of a linear fusion rifle and the tank and box breathing, this is what it can do. We have wheel number 1, wheel number 2, and wheel number 3. Nope, wheel number... There it is. Pretty much 3 shots and that tank is down, so that is crazy fast. Now we do have actually Fallen here, which is actually kind of a nice mix, because that means my sniper can be taken advantage of, so I don't have to worry about trying to pull out some solar stuff, which is kind of an issue sometimes, where I only have like 1 solar grenade, and that can be kind of an issue. Now if you come up here and you have Fallen, you may have Cabal that run out of that door, but you may also have a whole bunch of sniper shanks across the way, so be careful. Kind of check your surroundings. There they are. I knew they were coming out of the door. So I was trying to pull those out so I could deal with those. Only bad thing about the Cabal coming out of that door, you are going to have some void things to deal with, so heavy ammo is going to get used a little bit. But try and wait to see if they go collect themselves in a corner somewhere. You're still going to have a lot of Fallen, but this dude's still going to do his thing where he gets toast. Alright, so we got to hit the switch first. Tank 1 is down. Tank 2 hasn't even come down from elevator. Got captains across the way. Watch for your snipers, mostly the sniper shanks up top. Those are the ones you got to keep an eye out for. Go ahead and hack your terminal. Watch for anything that needs to be exploded. I love the way the sniper sounds. Always very cool. Got your marauders. He's out there. Didn't quite kill him. Also, apparently on PC, there's been a nice little patch where enemies just now warp. So, yeah, if you ever see anything warping around, it's not just you. It is a thing. So run back through here, grab your ammo. I'm not doing this in like the ultra fast fashion because honestly, when it gets to the boss room, you should be okay, and points at this level shouldn't be as much of an issue. Oh, that is a problem. Okay, watch out for the marauders. Those guys will definitely ruin your day. Those shotguns hurt. That's why also running between here is kind of a safer thing to do. Because they actually typically don't run between these two little tank things here, so if you need to kill some stuff, you can. They're a little on the aggressive side tonight, though. So yeah, if they get close, they typically do not run between here. Can't say exactly why, but they don't. So just don't let them melee you. Remember, blackout is on. Usually I pick a few more of these guys off from farther away, but apparently I forgot, so shoot them from farther and you'll be safer. Captain of fun. Try not to let the marauder peek up and get close. Captain is down. I think that's everybody. They all kind of felt like joining me up here. Grab any ammo, any orbs, and now you get to explode another tank. Fun times ahead. Should be good on the ad front. Terminal is this one. Now as the ads come down, the tank is your main focus. The ads will come to you. So, box breathing, give me a little extra damage. So, sorry if you don't have that. Can't help it. I guess I gotta shoot one more time to finish it up. That'll work. Alright, so from here, it doesn't look like I'm gonna have too much in the way of shields, which is good. So pick off the main guys down here. Legionaries, gonna have a couple phalanx. So pop their shields down, whatever you gotta do to do it. I would save your grenades though. You're gonna have a lot of dogs come out of one door, so that's probably gonna work pretty well there. Solar grenade, just kind of my choice. Alright, big guy. Box breathing. Goodbye, big guy. Got some ammo, which is bonus time, and door, dogs, cook, and enjoy the fun. Now, don't let them get near you, because remember, blackout is still on, and these guys, as it's not a void grenade, it's not going to hit as hard, so be careful. If you got to run back, take your time. Alright, well, time finally caught up to the points, but we are well past 100,000, so we should be fine. When we get to the boss, he's going to go down in about, I don't know, 12 seconds. Maybe 30. Depends on how long it takes for me to actually hit him, but boss goes down quick at this point. So now we just got to clear some ads, which will be kind of the final boss area. I don't even know what you call this, the hangar. Because when you get up to the landing pad, I'm going to show you guys how you can cheese him to show up early and kill him on the way up, because that's what this thing is for. It's the only reason you have this gun. It's not the only, but it makes it a lot better. Apparently I also have to clear my voice mid-recording, which is exactly what you guys want to listen to. I love how this thing takes like 10 years to hack. Now if he's up here, just, you know, make him look bad. Shoot him a couple times. You can't kill him, so I don't waste all your ammo. But if you hit him enough, he'll just pull back quicker. Now you're going to have more ads that show up. You're going to have some Scorpius that show up. Kill those. Watch out to your right. Over here you'll have some ads. They are fire throwers. The heavy on the ground is insane right now. So this is again where you want to pull something big. Because any of the majors in this area have a lot of health, like more than I think they should. So any way to kill them really quick is probably in your benefit, especially if heavy dropping like I do. Just, you know, take them off the face of the planet and you're good to go. So I usually take the upper deck just to take, for one, any ammo, and two, have a little safer run to the next platform until I forget a guy and almost die. Cool. Alright. Some more flamethrowers. Take those out. He's already gone since I hit him so much that he doesn't even want to deal with me. Alright. Find any more stragglers. Gonna have some mostly normal ads down here. There's usually one or two majors. There's maybe even a wanted guy across the... Ow! Whew. Careful about that. Those do hurt a little bit. Now, if you can get some box breathing on this guy, if I could actually hit him, that'd be a bonus. If he's not going to hide, the wanted guys are worth a decent amount of... Okay, he's just going to run. Alright, you are disoriented. You're supposed to be, dude. Watch me waste all my ammo on him. Come on, bud. I just want him to die because I do have some heavy over there. I can't even see him anymore. He's going to leave, and I'm not even going to be able... That dude's so gone. So gone. That was overkill. I'm being somewhat liberal because I have heavy ammo to pick up. Normally, I'm not quite that crazy with it. But yeah, these guys are probably worth your heavy, though, because they just have so much health. Wanted dude got away. It's fine. I wanted to kill him, but it's not the end of the world if you don't. Didn't want to spend too much time trying to do that. I'm going to kill that by shooting him in the kneecap. Oh, I got plenty of heavy. I am totally fine, aren't I? Alright, so once more the ads are clear. Well, apparently most of the ads, not all, just this one is trying to be sneaky on me. Dodge, strafe, dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Clear ads, couple majors. Again, they're not too bad. They're legionaries. They still will hurt. That's why the high ground gives you a bit of an advantage. And line of sight, too. Now, before you activate this switch, this is the key so you can cheese Boss Man. We're fine on points. I'm not going to do this in sub 15, but you don't need the 150. So this is why I say this one still, even with my crazy point modifier, is a bit nuts. But before you activate it, it's time to climb the chain. So you're going to hit a rung every so often. I've done it with all the characters. I would probably bet the hunter is kind of the hardest, but pretty much when you get to one, just try and hold forward, and you're just trying to get to the top. What this is going to do is when you actually activate the lift, you're going to have the boss appear at the top much sooner, so you can actually start firing at him. Now, you don't have to get up here, because if you get up here, you'll do this, but you got to fall all the way back down, catch your fall, and if you can actually fall all the way over, it's cool. Now, when you activate the plate, you'll have a few ads that spawn, and then when it's time to actually go up, you'll look to the top, and he's just going to be waiting for you. And with a linear fusion rifle, he can kind of kiss his butt goodbye. So, a few ads. They're pretty quick to kill. If they drop any ammo, it'll be funny. Some people are like, streamer perks. Alright, so, pretty good. I'm going to jump on the platform, go ADS for box breathing. He'll be at the top quick. And I can kill him on the way up.
We're here. End of the line.
He's going to go down pretty fast, but when you get to the top, if you do enough damage to him, it gets a little crazy if you don't kill him. And done. So, if you have a, don't stand on that platform when it's going down, it's on fire. If you have a Crooked Fang, even without box breathing, because you notice most of it wasn't with that perk, I would bring it with you on this strike and have a lot of fun. Because honestly, Void, Heavyweight, Crooked Fang is pretty much a way just to absolutely annihilate this strike. So he's dead really fast. Come over here. Probably didn't get the exclusive. I still don't have this thing. Okay, I did actually get the Exotic Sparrow Tilt Fuse. So, that's actually pretty cool. Take a look at that one once we get out of here.